Hello. Today we got to play Fort. So this is a um, deck building game. I think that's.
Yeah, I guess you call it that. It's got cards, that's for sure.
Well, no, you're building your deck out of getting cards
Well,
and building.
you're building a fort, not a deck.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely adding cards and taking cards away from your deck. So in that
Yeah.
sense, yes.
So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the
Yeah.
notification bell if you'd like to see more different reviews.
We'd love to have you.
I'd love to hang out. So continuing on, quality of pieces. So there's cardboard, or not, these are wooden bits.
They're wooden bits. They're actually screen printed, but they're tiny. They're really small.
They are really tiny.
So yeah, I mean, the fact that they actually could screen print and make it legible on that tiny print, you can actually read toys on there. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And then these are inlaid, so the player boards. Ooh,
yeah, just throw my pieces everywhere.
That's the plan. They are inlaid, which I actually really, really appreciated when we played the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, what was the card quality? Not the greatest. It's not textured.
There's no texture. It's definitely
and
smooth.
some of the cards I noticed. So one of the things that you have to do is you have to slide underneath your board. And there's a couple of times when you did multiple cards, they were starting to flake already. So you just have to be super careful, I think.
Or
There is
probably want to sleeve them.
Yeah, you're going to shuffle a lot in this game, so it might be something that you might consider if, you guys are heavy players. All right, so give it a rating.
I'm probably going to give this one, because of the inlay boards, a 7. It probably wouldn't have gotten that high if it weren't for the inlay boards. They are really nice.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I like the inlay boards. The chits are screen printed, even though they're super tiny, but the card quality is not the greatest. So I'll give it a 7.5 because I'm feeling generous because I love inlay boards. I don't like things shifting around. So moving on to theme. I think the theme is super cute.
It's really cute. You got these little cartoonish characters. They seem like they have better days. They're all beat up and, but they have their friends, and, the whole concept is you've got these deck of cards, which are all friends of these kids, and you have to play with your friends, or they get taken away from you potentially. And I thought that was really a lot of fun, as far as the theme.
Well, and I think you're building a fort as a kid. I think they did an excellent job with theme with this. I think it carries throughout. I do think there's a little impact on gameplay because, like you said, you don't play with your friends; they'll go play with somebody else.
Yeah.
So I actually really appreciate.
I don't know how you build a fort out of pizza and toys, but that's kind of interesting.
I think it may be more like coolness factor.
Maybe you bribe your friends to bring wood and nails over if you give them pizza and toys. I don't know.
I didn't really understand why they chose those resources to be. That's the only thing I didn't quite understand, but give it a score.
Well, I like some of the bonus cards being like the made-up rules. I thought that was funny.
That's funny.
Basically, it's just an in-game bonus that you get, but the card's called a made-up rule, and then you get perks for the other ones, which I thought, those were fun.
Those were really cute.
So I think they did go pretty well out for theme here. And the iconography is pretty easy to understand. And
the cheat sheet was nice.
It's huge cheat sheet. I mean, it looks like a card, but it's just giant cheat sheet. And it's very clear iconography, so there wasn't really any confusion about it. Given that, I'm going to give it an 8. I think the art isn't real appealing to me, but they've done a nice job. Yeah, the color scheme is nice. I like the iconography. I don't like the tiny pieces, but we already talked about that in quality.
I think this reminds me of Ed, and Eddie, like art.
I have no idea what Ed, and Eddie are. So,
all right, tell your age. Do you guys know what it is? Comment down below.
Someone doesn't know what Fraggle Rock is, so I don't have any appreciation. If you don't know Fraggle Rock or the Muppets, or
I do know what the Muppets are.
Looney Tunes, when they actually could blow things up and have different things going, guns and stuff.
I like Roadrunner. Okay, so moving on to rules. How were the rules, Randy?
The rules were okay. I mean, they're not great. They're laid out pretty nicely, but it took me a few read-throughs to understand it, and it's pretty short rules. It's only 15, 16 pages total, but some of that is explanation like glossary and actions and stuff. So it's actually only 10 pages of gameplay. if you include all the setup and everything. It was a little confusing at first, but once you got to playing it, it was pretty straightforward. Given that they weren't the cleanest rules in the world, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 7. It wasn't bad; it was pretty good, but it wasn't. It could have been clearer.
Okay.
Much like my review.
Well, but the cheat sheet though really helped with that.
The cheat sheet did add a lot, and again,
so is that probably why
it's
you're
actually as big as the player boards, bigger than the player boards.
That's kind of funny. That's hilarious. All right, so moving on to gameplay. It's a deck builder, right? You choose cards, you put them in your hand. I do like the fact that you can play on other turn if you have the same icon. I think that was unique.
Well, this is one of the cases we talked about in the Tiny Epic Galaxies, where the follow mechanism, I did not like it at all. This one I did not mind, because the follow mechanism always awarded you less than the person who was taking their turn, which is the problem I have with Galaxies. This one you could follow, but the person taking their card and playing their card always had the option of getting 2 perks on the card, or most of the time did. There's some of the cards that only had 1. But most of the time they could get 2 perks, and the person who's following can only take the shared one, and they get less of it. So, or you generally do. So I like that, and also I like the fact that it allowed you to void some of the cards in your hand. So it was an essential part because it lets you get rid of cards that you potentially were going to lose because if you, like I said, don't play the card, you run the risk of somebody taking them from your yard. So basically, you get a hand of 5 cards, and those cards have suits on them, and the suits can be squirt guns, skateboards, shovels, glue, crown, book, or the wild, which is a coin. So I thought that was neat that they liked kids stuff. And then, but you can only play and follow your own suit. So if you burn those cards and you still got other cards in your hand, those go into your yard where somebody can claim them on their turn. So you want to try to get rid of your cards by the time your hand.
And especially the ones that you really, really like. He stole a card from me, which I ended up stealing it back the next round because you didn't play it.
Because I couldn't play it.
So it's I really enjoyed that aspect. I thought that was a neat way to play it.
So it doesn't feel like a take that, though. I mean, even though you're going to steal cards from one another back and forth, it didn't really feel like it was like, I'm out to get you. It was like...
No. And most of the time we didn't even have to because there were other card choices. But there were a few good ones that you kind of wanted to keep taking. Give it a score.
As far as the gameplay, it's a small box game, which again is already going to take points away from me.
But it does have a lot of unique stuff to it.
It does. I didn't enjoy it as much as a lot of people I think do. I'm going to go ahead and give this one. I actually was talking to my sister back, because she's really wanting to borrow this, and she's been bugging me about it. That's why we put it on the table.
Hi, Rhonda. We love you.
So, given the fact that she was bugging me about it, she asked me what I thought of it, and I said it was kind of a meh game. It wasn't outstanding, but it wasn't bad. I'm probably in the realm of a 6 to 6.5 at the most. So the gameplay was kind of unique in the sense that you've got to follow along, but it was kind of reminiscent of what was in Nightfall from AEG way back. You played colors, and then the other people could follow and play on their colors on your turn. So it wasn't that unique, but I did like the taking the cards away aspect. That was neat, and the theme played into it nicely. So given that, I'd probably lean to a 6.5. That's where I'm thinking I'm at.
Okay. I think I'm going to give it a 7 because there is a lot of unique components. I like the follow mechanism. I like the way they did the lookouts. There's a lot of things that were cute, and but it worked, and it was a little bit unique. So I'm going to give it a little bit extra for uniqueness in this one. So, all right. Well, we had a lot of fun tonight, and I hope you would like to join us again. Don't forget to hit that like button. We hope to see you guys later. Bye.